Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another video in my series of like testing out meal subscription delivery services, and today we're testing out Dinnerly, which, and this is not sponsored, of course. None of my review videos are sponsored, or none of these products are sent to me. I pay for all of this stuff myself. This is like a different one. I feel like it's not like super well known, but I wanted to give it a try. I filmed a ton of these lately, like a ton. We've been trying out so many of these, and this one, as soon as I opened it, did not go well. I wish I had opened it like on camera, but I didn't even think about it. It's like one of the first things I took out of this box was a piece of ginger, and there's literally mold all over it, like hairy mold. But like the first thing I saw, I was like, oh, we're not doing this again. Because if you guys didn't see, it should already be up my Martha Stewart, like Marley's Spoon review video. They're actually sister companies. So like if you have both of the apps, they're like basically identical. There's a lot that's very similar between the two companies, and I think they're owned by like the same company. And I did not have a good experience at all with the Martha Stewart Marley's Spoon boxes. I'm gonna have like a whole video coming comparing all of them. Didn't have a good experience with Martha Stewart, so I kind of didn't have high hopes for this one either, and it definitely did not exceed my expectations. It actually was like lower. I had pretty low expectations and it still didn't quite meet those. That there was mold, there was like some brown, I don't know if it was just dirt or if it was something else, but there was this weird brown kind of like mound on the potato, and then the garlic also, it was just like almost rotten. It had like black, and it was almost kind of like had like a texture to it. The ingredients just did not look good. And on top of it, they don't bag up the meals. Literally all the ingredients were just floating in here. Like the meat, the veggies, everything was just like thrown in here with some ice packs. Like there was no organization. So then, like, you know how usually you can put it in your fridge in the little bags, or like some meal services come like in a little box. You just have to like toss everything on the shelves of your fridge, and there's no organization. So I have 3 meals in this box and everything's just mixed all together. So I'm gonna have to figure out what ingredients go with what meal, which again, it's not like a big deal, but I feel like part of the convenience of a lot of these services is that everything's like parceled out into little packages. So you can just grab it and go. Another thing, they don't give you recipe cards. You just have to use your phone, which is weird because even Martha Stewart gives you recipe cards, and I don't like that. I don't want to have to constantly be like returning on my phone and finding the recipe. Like what if I'm using my phone for something? I don't like staring at my phone when I cook. I like having like a piece of paper, and I also like to save them so that I can go back to them, cook them again if I like them, and just kind of like have all my recipe cards together. So I already pretty much am not super excited about how this is going, and I haven't even cooked a meal yet. But to be honest, we don't love the Martha Stewart, like just the quality or the flavor of the Martha Stewart meals, and so if these are exactly the same, then I don't have high hopes for how this is gonna go. But we are going to try it. I'm gonna make one of the meals right now, and then I have 2 other meals, so 3 total. I will make all of those for you guys in this video and give you my thoughts, and hopefully we can redeem this situation a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna make is the meatloaf casserole. This is one of the double the servings, same price kind of deals that the Martha Stewart meal service also does. So basically you get double the amount of food for the same, you don't pay any extra. But I don't buy that. I stopped buying that with the Martha Stewart because they still give you like the same amount of meat. Like they always give you 10 ounces of meat for like a 2-portion meal. But in this case, they just gave me 2 potatoes instead of like 1 potato. So they're really not giving you any extra protein. They're just giving you like more starch or like more veggies to just kind of like bulk it up and stretch it. But I'm also really confused because this recipe only has like 5 ingredients. It literally has the meat, the panko, the carrot, 2 of these like big potatoes, and then an onion and the beef stock. So I feel like this is gonna taste like nothing. I don't know. And then also, unlike all the other meal services in the world with the, like I told you, it's all digital for the recipe, but like they don't even bother to put pictures with the steps. Every other meal subscription I have puts like pictures with the steps. So I'm gonna get started. These are massive potatoes. Like they're literally, I'm zoomed in, but they're literally bigger than my hand. These are huge. So I'm gonna get these and put them in a pot and cover them with water so we can get these cooking and ready to mash. got to like the third step, which these potatoes are like nowhere near ready to mash, but they do actually have other ingredients to go in the mashed potatoes. It's butter and milk, but you have to use your own butter and your own milk. Which again, with like Martha Stewart and this one, and also one other one that we've done, they just make you use a lot of your own stuff. Like I had to use my own ketchup, and I have to use my own butter and my own milk. And like with Home Chef, they literally send you everything. Like if there's milk in it, they send you milk. Like I just compare everything to Home Chef because Home Chef's my favorite. But so many of these other ones, they're just as expensive or more expensive, but you have to use a ton of your own ingredients, which I feel like a lot of the reason people use some of these services is because they don't keep a ton of stuff in the house. Like they might not keep much milk. If you live alone, or you travel or whatever, you might not keep milk, you might not keep butter, you might not keep ketchup. So the whole point that you do this instead of going to the grocery store is so that you don't have to go to the grocery store and have a ton of ingredients like stocked in your fridge. I just don't understand why they charge you what they charge you per serving and then still expect you to go to the grocery store and buy quite a bit of your own ingredients. Like with Home Chef, the only thing you need to have is like olive oil to like coat the pan with, or like cooking spray. So that's the part that I don't really get. Like, why don't you send me everything I need? But yeah, these potatoes are nowhere near ready, so these need to boil, and then I'll move on to the next step. So while I wait for the potatoes to finish, I'm just gonna make like the meatloaf mixture. So it wants you to put obviously the meat, and then we're gonna add in the carrot, onion, ketchup situation, the panko. All right, let's put the egg in. I kind of wish I had cut the carrots up a little smaller. I feel like the carrots are like really noticeable in here. Up close kind of what it looks like. We're actually having this later. It's like the morning time, it's not even lunchtime yet, but I'm heading to work later, so I'm gonna bring this with me. So I'm gonna do a little taste test now, since I won't be able to like actually show you guys at dinner time and to give you a review, but I really want to taste it. I might have underestimated this a little bit. It's actually got pretty good flavor. However, I did kind of a lot to like add my own flavor to it. So I think you may need to, kind of with all the recipes from some of these meal subscription services, I think you need to take a little bit of a liberty in terms of the seasonings and the flavors, because they don't really provide a lot in my experience. But this is actually pretty good, and this is a ton of food, so I spoke a little bit too soon in terms of flavor and quantity. That's actually super good. Okay, we're not off to a good start when I first opened my box, but things are turning around. All right guys, welcome back. We're doing another dinnerly meal, and don't mind the situation going on right here. So tonight I'm making steak and pepper tacos. Of course I don't have a freaking recipe card to show you. It just look delicious. So there's actually not a ton of ingredients. I have like the sour cream, the salsa, the taco seasoning, the remainder of a head of garlic, the pepper, all the tortillas, and the like shaved taco holders. Y'all have probably seen these in another video. I don't know which meal subscription box that was, but these are from Amazon. I can link these for you guys. They're so good. There's some like really kind of like cheapy ones on Amazon, but these are super nice, really thick, like well made, and they're so pretty. So we've been using these whenever we have tacos, and it makes it really easy to fill them. Whenever you put the shell in there, you can just like put the filling in, and then of course it makes it really easy to like keep on your plate, so like the tacos are not flopping everywhere. So I will link these. They're amazing. Okay, so while the peppers saute up, I'm just gonna start charring up the tortillas. look very pretty. Because I kind of just like squirted this also and the sour cream everywhere and like made a gigantic mess. But these look pretty good and honestly smells so good. All right, we'll give them a try and I'll give you a review.
Heck yeah.
I would say it's good. Not bad. Decent. Decent, good, not bad. And then while the shrimp cooks, it just says to throw the broccoli in under the broiler. So I'm gonna toss this in. I think it just cooks kind of for like a quick second. So now the shrimp is all like fried up. It says to just drizzle the shrimp with this sauce, but I think I'm just gonna like toss it. Just all be like super coated, right? Isn't that better? It smells amazing. So I'm gonna just plate this up. I'm gonna put some of this rice, which is over here, in the bowls, top it with some shrimp and the broccoli. All right. It smells like a legit like Chinese restaurant in here. I've never like just broiled broccoli before, but it actually came out like pretty nice and like crispy looking. And here's what ours look like. We'll give them a taste. You really have to not mind my appearance. Does it taste like Chinese takeout?
It's kind of intense. I need to mix it more.
Okay, it was a lot of ginger. I knew it was a lot of ginger. It's still not the worst one, we know that much.
Is it fresh hello?
I think I like it, but I'm not obsessed with it.
It's a little much for me.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Martha plate, Martha Hello Fresh plate.
Okay, I always end up sitting right here at the end of all these videos. I think the moral of the story for this one is, if you haven't seen my Martha Stewart one, pretty similar. Not really impressed with the quality, not really impressed with like the flavor. Why are you staring at me? Yeah, I just feel like the ingredients and the flavor isn't like super impressive. The fact that they make you use a lot of your own ingredients, I don't like that. And I just don't think it's like worth the price. Like our socks are not knocked off.
They're on.
Yeah, they're on. But I think we also have a problem because we just compare everyone to Home Chef. The whole like wrap up review video on all the services I've tried will be coming, so stay tuned for that. I will have a link in the description for Dinnerly if you do want to try it. I feel like it's worth trying. I'll also have my Home Chef link because that's insanely good food, good quality, amazingly delicious, and they send you everything you need besides salt. So I highly recommend checking out that stuff. This I would just like say the subscription service is mediocre. Average. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in our next video.